Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with Light of Resolution, the Warrior of Light intersecting will Shinryu fight. We have a team here of Ash, Dorgan, and Edge. Before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit the like button on that video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the fight, about the Warrior of Light FR, about the story? I don't know. Let me know what you think about this sweet Ash burst phase. Dorgan hopping in there. I don't know. User engagement, it's a good thing, right? So what do we got going on here? We got, well, first of all, we're actually opening with the Edge burst phase, partially to, to charge the FR gauge, to give her a follow-up, the usual thing, and main thing is just to get her EX out of the way so we can refresh her EX buff, press the button, and then never press it again because we don't want them being paralyzed because, Edge. So what do we got going on here in this fight? I don't know. They, hit you or something? Honestly, I wouldn't know because all this stuff's dodgeable, Edge dodges it, and from what I am seeing and hearing, it's not a terribly threatening fight. It's kind of cute because Garland delays you when he does stuff, and Vayne takes instant turns and instant breaks, so that's kind of cute that they're on theme. I like it when the enemy boss characters reflect the character design in DFFOO, but it's maybe not the most I don't know. Not the most threatening situation here. They reduced return rate, so you take 2 returns, I guess. That's kind of annoying, right? I'm pretty sure once they do their force time, they do that thing where you delay yourself after a reaction, but I wouldn't know about that because we're not going to be seeing this fight. What do we got going on here? Well, I saw this fight and heard about this fight, and I'd heard this was a bit of a gimme fight. I figured if they're selling Warrior of Light, it's either going to be really simple and dangerous or just really simple, and it looks like they went with the latter. I decided I'm just going to use 3 characters I like and see how it goes, and the 3 characters I picked are Ash, because I haven't gotten to use her much, Edge because he's awesome, and Dorgan because he's really cool. I don't know if you've been watching in the live stream lately, but we all agree Dorgan really cool. And you might be saying, Blart, this team, Dorgan, he's a wind unit, and Ash's FR is lightning and holy, and Dorgan's FR is wind, and where's the synergy, my guy? How is this team supposed to work together? Ash paralyzes, Edge is a counter unit. How does it all work? And the answer is, it works in this really crummy fight. Yeah, and so my figure and the way I did the math in my head, I was like, well, if this fight isn't that interesting, I might as well use some characters that I like and get the most of it that way. So what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna go ahead and bust out the Shulk Call with Edge. I've been planning to use this earlier to just get the EX up as soon as I needed it or something. I've been enjoying Shulk Call on Edge as kind of an added little bit of safety in case his EX drops off at the wrong moment. But here you see here, the EX up, and that's all cool. And we're gonna be getting that Dorgan FR shortly. But first, before we do that, we're going to use Saw's Call to extend the EX buff on Edge, so we don't have to worry about dodging. I guess it also buffs the party, but who cares? That's not why we're here. Hit that LD button because it's an elemental attack, and that's important because we don't want to be using Ash's elemental attacks when we go into the Dorgan FR. Spoilers, that's the FR we're using here. Boom, 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 counter, counter, counter. And so the reason I decided to do this is to demonstrate something kind of stupid that both of these Thunder characters have. So we're going to go ahead and hit that Fujin LD call to enchant the party with wind. We go into that Dorgan Force Time. Thanks, Dorgan. Deals so much damage. It's great. Dorgan's so cool. Dorgan's so cool. Look at him go. Bam. What I wanted to demonstrate was that, in fact, as a matter of fact, Edge's smoke is non-elemental. So that, as you saw, boosts the gauge. And in addition, well, real quick, hold on. Don't mind me. We're just doing, Dorgan stuff. There we go. Boop. In addition to Edge's smoke being non-elemental, his counter is non-elemental. The basic, not the stacked up big counter is elemental, so you can't enchant that. But that's okay. That's a big hit, so we like adding those. Ash's skill 1 is also non-elemental. I believe her HP plus isn't either, but we want to be drawing some counters here if we can help it. So we're going to be spamming that skill 1 in order to boost the gauge by 8%. So it really doesn't actually matter, because, as you know, the bulk of Dorgan FR damage comes from Dorgan FR. Or from Dorgan, I should say, not from, other randos hopping in there and doing weird things. I guess, like an enchanted Yang or an enchanted Kane would be good, but, for the most part, we're here for the Dorgan damage. These other two are just helping a little bit with their incremental gains, I guess, but the important thing here is I'm using characters I enjoy in a fight that doesn't really offer any resistance, so I get to at least press the buttons I like and play the game I want to play, which is to say, with a minimum of challenge, I guess, but here we go. We're actually going to refresh the EX, even though it's not a wind attack. I know, skip, gasp. just to make sure that the party has full evasion, so we don't have to worry about any sort of, like, you know, HP requirement shenanigans at the end of the fight. Now, this should be pretty sweet. We are going to go ahead and get that big attack there. And this is going to be actually working out kind of funny because that breaks B, or unbreaks B, and then A unbreaks, so we actually push them both behind Ash. This works okay, though, because this means that Ash is going to go ahead and get one final big hit before the enemy the enemy gets their last turns. Needless to say, we could kill them with the summon at this point, probably. We probably could kill them with, like, I don't know. Well, we hit them with the big BT effect. And now we're going to go ahead and move that counter into counter into counter. Well, technically this is image/plush, not a counter, but there we go. Well, that was a fight, wasn't it? I don't know. I thought I needed to record something. I skipped the 7 fight, or I did the 7 fight, but skipped the video for it because it just took so long. It was tedious with all the turns are taken. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Adios.